Hello Bookish friends. For this Tuesday I'm going to do a tag that I saw in Sarah's channel, Sarah's Nightstand, which was called Unpopular Opinions version 2.0. Many of the booktubers, including myself, have done another version of this tag, and it was a very popular tag. And I think this tag will also be quite popular. This tag was originally created by Elliot Brooks, and I will link both her and Sarah's video down below. So let's get on with the questions. The first question is a genre grade that you don't get the hype for. I will choose The Alchemist by Pauolo Coelho. This book was considered one of the most inspirational books when it was first published. Maybe because I read it a bit later than the time it was published. Although I thought it was a fine book, I saw nothing inspirational in it. It was quite an interesting historical fiction travel story for me. There was nothing enlightening for me in the book. So I gave it 3 stars or 3.5 stars when I read it. Question 2. An adaptation you wish was never made. I have a very definite answer for this question. 2022 Netflix adaptation of Persuasion. This is the only Jane Austen adaptation that I could not watch because the character of my beloved Anne was portrayed so bad. I could not bear to watch it, and I half joked that if I had continued watching, I would have a high blood pressure, which would be seriously endanger my health. Question 3. A book or series you have to fight back your inner snob because you kind of think people just don't get it. I have quite a different answer for this question. When I chose the Storied life of A.J. Fikry for my book club, I thought everybody would love the message and the sweet plot of the story. However, my friends who could read the book could not come. The meeting was sort of like me recapping the events. They thought it was so much like a Hollywood or Turkish drama. Because they didn't read how the events were written, they failed to capture the magic of the book for me. Question 4. A book or series you're tired of everyone hating on. I think I have mentioned this series before, which is Robert Langdon series by Dan Brown. There's not a very definite hate for this series. People like to take a dig at this series because they say that all of the books in the series are very similar and he has a formula. Although I agree with the initial assessment, I think he does it so well and his writing is so captivating. Because I'm an architect, I love how he describes the buildings. I think many people are unfair to Dan Brown. Many of the book series involving the same characters do follow the same formula most of the time. It's not just him. If you want to criticize Dan Brown, then we would have to criticize everyone else who's doing the same in their series. Question 5. A book or series everyone thinks is powerful, but you didn't connect with. The Hitchiker's Guide to Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This book is one of the rare books that I DNF'd twice because I really could not get the humor, which seems to be the most attractive thing that makes people connect with the series. Because I didn't get the humor, I didn't connect with the series at all. Question 6. A character you don't get the hype for. I'm not saying this for the movie series, but I read a couple of James Bond books by Fleming, and I thought his character was so two-dimensional. I really can't understand why he was so beloved in terms of a book character. In movies, because he's portrayed by quite attractive man and we can see most of the action, I actually quite like the James Bond movies. They are not my favorite at all, but I don't find them as boring as the books that I've read. Question 7. A book or series everyone wants an adaptation for, but you don't. I'm not sure if everyone wants an adaptation for this book, but it's a very beloved book. It was one of the best books that I read last year, which is The House in the Cerulean Sea. If this book is adapted, I do not think that they will be able to capture the emotional side of the story, which makes it better than most of the middle grade fantasy books. I think the producers will concentrate on the looks of the characters, and they will try to do it with CGI, which sometimes harms the emotional side of the story very much. But maybe it could be adapted into an animated film, and I think that film would be much better than a live action adaptation of The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. Question 8. A book or series you think people have bias towards and don't really love or hate as much as they claim. I will talk about a positive bias of mine. I think we all have a positive bias towards the books that we read as children or early teenagers. I reread the first book in my favorite mystery series, Famous Five. To be honest, I found it boring, but this will never change the love that I feel for this series or the other books written by Enid Blyton. I will always love my favorite middle grade mystery series such as Famous Five, Magnificent Seven, or Nancy Drew. Those were my answers for Unpopular Opinions Tag version 2. Because I'm filming this video, I will not tag anybody, but like I did, maybe you will see this and decide to do this tag yourself. Please comment down below what is the book or series that you do not want to see it adapted. I thought this question was the most interesting question in the tag, and I would really like to know your answers. And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I chose hype. Hype means heyecan in Turkish, and heyecan is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.